we're going to be undercover bossing our students because, people don't think we do any work around here. So I'm going to be going undercover as, I'm going to be Dobby Ronaho, student. Hey, Ozzy, are you doing work around here? Cool. Swag. Hey, Mallory, do you need help writing your grade sheet? Are you sure? I'm a student. Hey guys. Hi. I'm a new student. My name is Dobby Ronaho.
I thought I was Mr. Donahoe's favorite student, but apparently I'm not.
Well, I talked to Mr. Donahoe like 20 minutes ago, and he's getting you a new car. Socially awkward? No, I'm a student. See?
That doesn't...
Hello, Brownsburg High School. Thanks for watching VHS TV. Today is Friday, January 13th. I'm Mallory Rowe.
And I'm Kylie Rutledge, and here's what's going on at BHS. Seniors, the 2023 BHS local scholarships are now available. The deadline to apply is Tuesday, February 7th at 11:59. Instructions for applying can be found on the 2023 website. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Martin.
Online course enrollment for students begins tomorrow, January 14th. This year, there will be 4 classes offered through Area 31 at Harris Academy. Those are first-year classes in networking and cybersecurity, pre-nursing, clinical medical assisting, and criminal justice. Counselors will begin meeting with students at the end of January to finalize classes for next year.
Scheduling season has begun. Are you ready?
This is our house. I was born a king. I was born to be a winner. I was born to be a champion.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can go.
Sophomores and juniors, get ready to win and add your APs to your class line next year.
The Anime Club will be having their first meeting of 2023 today. The meeting will take place after school until 4:30 in Ms. Fritz's room, C1 410. Please see Ms. Fritz for more info.
Students, as a reminder, hats and hoods may not be worn in the building. The weather is getting colder, so we are seeing more people with these items. But staff members should not have to address you to remove them once you're inside. If you're wearing a hat or hood, be aware that you could be sent to ISS for insubordination. Please be responsible and remove your items as you walk into the building to avoid consequences.
The philosophy group will be meeting next Tuesday, January 17th in Mr. Sloan's room, B1 409. The meeting will take place from 3 to 4 p.m. and you can see Mr. Sloan for more info.
And the Spanish Club will be meeting the following Tuesday, January 24th. The meeting will also be in Senior Sloan's room B1 409 after school until 3:45. Please see Senior Sloan for more information.
The academic Super Bowl teams will be having a joint call-out meeting after school on Thursday, January 19th at 3 p.m. in B2 327. This year's theme is the Age of Exploration, and students can learn and compete in math, science, social studies, English, or fine arts. All students are welcome to join. You can also talk to Mrs. Cavacino, Mr. Metz, or Ms. Zoss with further questions.
Seniors, it's time to submit your senior quote. Your quote is needed no later than Friday, January 20th. The quote can be no more than 140 characters. Keep in mind, these have to be approved by administration. No underlined meaning, and if not approved, you will not get a chance to resubmit.
The chess club will be meeting after school today in Mr. Dahlstrom's room, B2 311. Please see Mr. Dahlstrom for more info. And please note this is a different room from last semester.
Did you know we didn't have school on Monday?
Well, duh, it's MLK Junior Day.
That's right, and BHS TV As Yarnell has more information about what the day is about.
With us having Monday off, people tend to forget the real reason we have it off. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is held on the third Monday of January each year. This day is to celebrate the birthday and life of Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was the chief spokesperson for nonviolent activism. It was a successful protest for racial discrimination in federal, state, and law. He led many powerful and successful protests that were starting to truly show a stop in segregation. Martin Luther King was focused on 2 main areas, ending segregation in the southern states and increasing the political power for the black community. With everything he was doing, it was making it seem like there would finally be a stop to all racial discrimination. Martin Luther King would also go on to give one of the greatest speeches in history, along with many more speeches throughout his time.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Martin Luther King wrote his famous Letter from Birmingham, and Martin Luther would also win a Nobel Peace Prize for his nonviolent resistance to racial prejudice in America.
I accept the Nobel Prize for Peace at a moment when 22 million Negroes of the United States are engaged in a creative battle to end the long night of racial injustice.
Martin Luther King would be the leader of all these movements from December 1955 to April 4, 1968, is when he was unfortunately assassinated. Dr. King is widely regarded as America's preeminent advocate of nonviolence and one of the greatest nonviolent leaders in world history. We hope this gives you a good understanding about Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Addison Yarnell, BHS TV.
Thanks, Adder, for reminding us the real reason of why we have Monday off.
We hope you have a great day off.
Now it's time for sports. Hey, David, what do you have for us today?
Hey guys, we've got a very exciting weekend coming up, but there have been a couple of teams in action over the past few days. Let's get things started with the basketball teams who headed to Fishers last night. The girls JV team defeated the Tigers 43-41 in overtime and were led by Ellie McCulloch with 19 points, Mayana Bullock, who had 6 points, including 3 big free throws in overtime to help secure the win. Lanaya Joaquin had 6 points and 2 key free throws in overtime. CC Bradley handled the pressure well and had 5 points. The girls' freshman team defeated the Tigers 29-17 and were led by Becca Rogers with 10 points, Lily Kelly added 9, and Brenna Walters had 7. Nice job, ladies. The boys' JV team came up just 1 point short in overtime to the Tigers. Brandon Addison led the Dogs with 17 points and 3 clutch free throws. Owen Shepard had 8 points and helped spark the defense comeback. Kyson Nedenrip and Michael Addison each added 8 points, and the boys' freshman team took a tough 52-31 loss to the Tigers. On Wednesday, the boys' freshmen had a nice 30-22 win over Mooresville. Samani Morin, Cooper Hurst, Ty Hopper, and Isaiah Maybury all had outstanding play and all-around team effort. Nice job, guys. And the girls' freshman team defeated Mooresville 32-17. Lily Kelly led the team with 9 points. Leah Mulligan had 7 points, and Brenna Walters and Becca Rogers had 6 points each. Nice job, ladies. Here's a look at the upcoming sports schedules for this weekend. Tonight, the girls and boys varsity basketball teams will host Fishers. And tomorrow, the wrestling team will host the Hoosier Crossroads Conference Tournament in the Varsity Fieldhouse. And the swimming and diving teams will head to Noblesville on Saturday. If you can't make it to the Varsity Fieldhouse tonight, be sure to tune in live on bcsc.tv, where all our student crew will have the action for you between the Tigers and the Dogs. The girls' game is at 6 with the boys to follow. You can also watch the game on demand later if you aren't able to watch it live. Good luck to everyone coming up. That's it for sports today. Back over to you.
Thanks, David.
Now let's check in with Ben to look at the weekend weather forecast.
Hey guys, it's going to stay near freezing all weekend with lots of clouds around town. Today, the high is 34 with a low of 26, and the snow is expected to stop around noon, but the clouds will stick around. Saturday, the high is 36 with a low of 25, and it will be partly cloudy all day long, but we shouldn't see any precipitation. And on Sunday, it will be mostly cloudy with a high of 42, a low of 33, but again, there shouldn't be any precipitation. That's it for weather today. Back over to you guys.
Thanks, Ben. That's all we got for you today, BHS. Thanks for watching.
And don't forget, it's a 3-day weekend in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Have a great one, and we'll see you next week.